promised on my Twitter account, I said I was gonna come up with a segment called #AskAnne, where you guys could ask me anything that you want me to answer. There were so many to go through, so I'll trim it down to just the top 12 questions. So first up, we have a question from @SkyMoonStars. And your question was, what's your dream project in TV and movie? Well, I have to say on TV, I think I've done a lot of what I really would like to portray. So with film, I guess I could get a little bit more creative. I'd like to do something really, really dark. So hopefully that'll happen one day, but that's my dream role. The next question was from @LarryBird0503. And your question was, gaano mo nga ba kamahal ang mga fans mo at paano mo ito ipinapakita sa kanila? I have you guys, my fans and followers, to thank for where I am today. I super love you guys for supporting me, whatever it is. You guys are there to support me. So in any way that I'm able to return that love, it's by coming up with a segment like this and make the time if you guys are in the studio and stuff like that. So yeah, in any way that I can show you guys how thankful I am for the support, I'll do it. Next we have @Eloisa Janhiso. What was the craziest thing you've done? I think the craziest thing I've done was the opening number for Anne.ph. Being suspended that high in the Araneta Coliseum was pretty crazy, and I think that's one of the craziest things I've ever done. It was quite scary. Oh, and also bungee jumping. @Inai who's your inspiration in your singing career? My inspiration is definitely someone I sound like. I think our voices are similar. We have the same voice range. I'm talking about Beyonce. Sometimes Celine Dion, but more on the soulful diva like Beyonce. Next we have @BemSweetheart. What is your weirdest habit? My weirdest habit, I think, is to put myself to sleep. I rub my feet together. Like, it has to be super, I don't know, like makinis. It does this. I do this with my feet like that. And that's how I put myself to sleep. It's by habit. I've done it since I was a kid, so I think that's a weird habit. Next is from @Karina Chavente. If you had one whole day to be not Ann Curtis, what would you rather do? I'd spend one whole day in Divisoria shopping. That's what I do. Okay, next we have is Earl Vincent 21, and your question was, how do you feel about people trying to put you down? You know, it comes with the industry that we're in, so I really don't mind anymore. You learn the art of Deadma. Next is @Señorita JJ. Who's your favorite author, the one you really look up to? I'd have to say maybe Paulo Coelho. I love his books and how he shares it within each novel that he's written. Like, there's a sense of truth to it. So that's why I actually really, really look up to Paulo Coelho. Next is from Brandon S. Agpawa. What would you say would be the highlight of your career so far? Are you where you've always dreamed you would be? Yeah, I'm pretty happy. And what was the highlight of my career? Well, the concert was definitely a major highlight in my career, and winning my very first acting award as Best Actress. Next is from @Eloisa Morong. If you could go back in time, what is one piece of advice you would give your younger self? One word: behave. @Eileen Undag. What would be the first thing you would do if today was your last day? I think I'd hug each person that I love so much an extra 5 or 10 minutes. Next is @I'mCK. What has been the most memorable moment you've had with a fan so far, and why? One of the most memorable moments I've had, I think, with a fan is when I had the Anne.ph concert in Cebu. I was in my room and my dad came up with this book, a scrapbook made by a fan, and her name was Bernadette. All I know is that I was so touched by this scrapbook that we got her in, and I pulled her up on stage and I had her sing with me. It was just so heartwarming when I saw how hard she was crying when we were singing together. And yeah, so Bernadette will have a special place in my heart. That's it. Those are my 12 questions. So thanks so much, guys, for tweeting all of your questions to #AskAnne. It was great getting to read your questions and answering to what I could. Looking forward to the next session.